Welcome to this week's episode of Local Threads. This week I'm sitting down with Josh Vicente, founder of two companies. One, We Create Cool Things, and two, Modern Meeple. We Create Cool Things makes anything you can imagine that isn't available to the public. You've probably seen his work without even knowing it, from nightclubs to Patriot TV sets. Modern Meeple creates gaming accessories from tabletop game gear to everyday gaming bags, recently launched on BackerKit. Also, stay tuned to the end of the episode for a quick update on how that went. Naturally, one doesn't stumble upon this work, so let's get into the story of how Josh got into it. Stay tuned again for the update at the end of the episode. You're Massachusetts, born and raised.
Massachusetts, yeah. Born and raised, yeah.
Cool. How did you get into making things? Like, as a kid, were you really curious about making stuff?
Yeah, I've always liked to work with my hands. I can tell you where I am now, it wasn't where I expected to be.
Where'd you expect to be?
I don't know. Honestly, not alive at this point in my life.
You know? Wait, how old are you?
I'll be 45 this year.
So, yeah, we're the same, generation, so I get it.
Yeah.
Play hard early.
Yeah, for sure. I'm trying. It's a long story. I was a DJ.
Okay.
I DJ'd all over the world.
What kind of music?
I played everything. My whole shtick was, I would say music is my genre because I just played anything.
Yeah.
I would do. I do these Jamaican joyride cruises. I do 80s parties. House music, hip hop. I used to do the Source and Worcester and do hip hop and reggae stuff in there. So I was all over the place. The only thing I didn't play was rock and country stuff.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, but it's
not going to get the party going.
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
Not the way you want it
Yeah.
to.
So I did concerts. I DJ'd for Busta Rhymes and Ja Rule and all kinds of stuff.
What?
So yeah, it was
so
cool.
I'm so glad I didn't get too much information when we talked before, because this is a genuine I'm surprised. Is it wasn't expecting. Creative people have all these layers,
Yeah.
but we skipped some steps, I think, here. So you got into DJing. Was that the first thing you did?
Yeah, so I remember in high school, I'm not a dancer. I was a wallflower, but I vividly remember in just before high school going to a 7th or 8th grade dance and leaning against the wall, and I remember looking up at the DJ and was like, man, this guy's controlling all these kids dancing, he's it. And I was like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
And I would listen to BC Boys and stuff and, all the scratching. And I didn't understand how it was. I used to take tapes apart, and move them across the head. I would take apart the Walkman, and I thought that's how they would make that sound.
Yeah. I know that was always a mystery to me too as a kid, but I didn't ever get that too far into it, but I was just I wonder how they do that.
Yeah. So I didn't know. And then I remember walking into a music store, and there was a turntable there, and I was like, oh man. So I bought this turntable, and it didn't work, but I didn't know you had to go in a preamp and all this stuff. So I'm just learning as I go, and I just would buy equipment. And then I started in high school. They had a graphics department, and a friend of mine would draw up these flyers. I'd rent out a post, a veterans post, and throw parties in there. So a friend of mine would draw up the flyer. We'd give it to the art department. They would print me up flyers for free because they're teaching the kids how to print stuff. And I would just pass them out in the school, and then I'd have my friends be the bouncers or whatever.
That's so
it was just
fun.
Ridiculous. Yeah. Now I think of it now, I'm like, this is crazy.
And it's so good that there weren't cell phones back then.
Yes, yeah.
It's just one of those times where and I feel I guess people will relate, but there's younger people listen to the podcast, y'all missed out, and I'm sorry, but also it's okay to miss things.
Yeah.
I feel we need to get into that more. You don't got to be at everything, and also if you weren't there, you don't need to know.
Yeah, there was no FOMO, I guess, because you didn't. Yeah, and I feel relationships were stronger because
Yes.
that's how you had to talk to people. You had to
Yeah.
communicate. You had to, now like printing up a flyer doesn't exist,
Yeah.
you just send out a message or text or whatever. But yeah, so I just started doing that. And then I was 16 years old DJing in clubs and I was hanging out with like Roy Barboza and the 94.5 Jam 94.5 crew. And like, I remember like I couldn't leave the booth because I wasn't old enough to even be in the clubs that I'm like DJing for all these people, which was wild. And then I don't know, I don't know how then I did a concert for Busta Rhymes and I did a few for Ja Rule and, it just snowballed from there.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What made you stop?
I think, you get to an age where it's like, I don't want to be this, 40-year-old guy DJing for a bunch of teenagers,
That's true.
But then I ended up making. So what happened was I used to make mix CDs and I used to make clothes, which I wonder if I still have some. But I used to make clothes for these girls that would sell my CDs. So I put my logo and make these dresses, and I used to have like, I'd have my logo and I'd have like it'd say like I love his guts and like it was just like this fun stuff. I used to make, and I was at a club and they were asking me how they could make the night like better or more visible. And I had this machine that would cut out vinyl. And I said, why don't you put the logo on the windows like really big? And they were like, how do you do that? And I was like, I have a machine, I could print the vinyl. So I started doing that for them and they would pay me an astronomical amount of money, like more than I was making for DJing. And it took me a half an hour to do it.
Yeah.
And I was doing that twice a week. And then they were complaining about like this AV guy putting like TVs in the cabanas, and I was like, I can do that because I used to make like you ever seen like the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile?
Yes.
I used to make stuff like that. I worked for a company that did that, so I was putting TVs in like cars before I stuck them on the wall.
Yeah.
And then so I did that. I was like, I'll put the TV up. So I put the TV up, and then that's what started this innovative business. I was like, oh man, I can do this on the side.
Yeah.
As I was DJing, I also worked for a company, like an engineering company. And during, I think it was like 06, 08, when like the recession happened, no one was making money. So they didn't want to lay anybody off, but I was like, I'm DJing. I don't have any kids. You can lay me off and I can do this. But, it was 2 weeks turned into months. And so then I was like, I need to do something else. So I started this company and it just snowballed, and that club that I was DJing at the guy who owned it was opening a restaurant, and he's like, so give me a quote for how to do this. And I remember my girlfriend at the time knew how to use Excel. I didn't have a clue. So we were in my bedroom like making up a quote, and it was like $96,000 or something.
Yeah.
And I remember I gave the guy a quote. He wrote me a check for $96,000, and I was like, here we go.
Yeah.
And I bought a van and I just started, and I'm still doing it.
So you did have a studio in Boston, you said, but you got like priced out as one does.
I lived in Boston, but my shop I had was in Millbury.
Okay.
So it was an hour. I'm driving an hour. But then where I was living in Boston, they were selling. The guy who owned it was old, and he died. And then his kids immediately wanted to just offload it, which they should have waited because they would have got way more.
Yeah.
And so I couldn't live there anymore. So I was like, I have to buy something. I can't. So where I am now, the house I am now, I have a 3,000 square foot shop that was on the property.
I feel like we're glazing over the DJ stuff too fast. So who was like your favorite musician to work with? I guess most memorable. Could be good or bad, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, because I didn't really work with anybody super long term.
Yeah.
But definitely some of them, I was sort of more surprised of like I thought Busta Rhymes would have been more down to earth, but he was sort of,
get out of my way.
Yeah. Which like I understand. Yeah, I mean I get it because I'm not even like nobody knows who I am, but when I was DJing, like after I would do my set, like I'll never forget. I was trying to get out of like the crowd, so I went up in the stands to watch like the rest of the show, and some girl saw me and started screaming, and then everyone
Oh no.
was like, "Oh, there he is!" And then and then now you're like signing stuff,
Yeah.
and I understand like how celebrity like it can get to your head because you're just you're like
Gassed up too much.
I remember it, and then there was like a security guard there, and then he sorted it all out. And I remember I looked at him, I was like, I got to go to work tomorrow morning, and he's like, what do you mean, and I was like, I have a full-time job.
Yeah.
And I was just, I guess me talking out loud, like saying like these people
weird.
think,
Yeah.
like I'm this big thing, and I'm really not, like, 'cause I'm doing this stuff, and I'm with all these celebrities, but
To be fair, though, your talent got you there. And
for sure.
And also, we're all human, Nobody's better than anybody else. But I hate that stigma of like the craze of like celebrity culture. But what was your DJ name?
So it was Mr. Rae. It was MR-REA. Because in high school, they, I was with like a crew of people that was in music, and they would call me Reason. And then it was just short for like Mr. Jones or whatever, but it was Mr. Rae, and that just stuck, and I just
I
ran
like
with
that.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah. So I put out mixed CDs and tapes, and had a website and sold clothes. I used to have a studio, and I produced stuff for artists, which, man, I wish I still had that computer with that music on it to remember. But I would, people would hire me to like, produce their stuff and do their scratches and cuts on it or whatever. I don't have any of that. I don't even know where that would be, but I have like some CDs laying around somewhere that I would sell for.
I'll buy one
$5.
off you, actually.
I mean, I have stacks. So I mean, these are years old. You could have them.
Yeah, but like, I just bought a CD burner because I had my friends mail me all their CDs because I'm just like trying to get off renting music.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean I'm fucking renting music?
Yeah, that's how it is nowadays.
So
no one
weird.
owns anything anymore.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get back to that. So, and paying for albums that I want instead of just like, I still have like the Apple Music or whatever, but it's really just for discovery. Okay, I'm gonna go buy that somewhere, like either on Bandcamp or a physical disc. Like cover art is so great.
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
Yeah.
The lives we live, like.
Yeah. And then I got into like with this company, I don't know if you remember like Ocean Club and stuff in Quincy.
I'm not from here, so I don't know.
So, but I got into like I would build I was building clubs. Like I built clubs in the city. I did all the lighting and the speakers, did all that stuff, and I would manage the artists. So like when the artists come, I would get their riders, and I would make sure like they got whatever they needed, and I would do all the lighting and stuff like while the show was going on, make sure all the stuff worked. So like I've got, but yeah, that's so I worked with. I mean, I've got video. I used to video everything. And I used to have another company called Venue Monsters, and we used to go in and like film stuff and pass out stickers and all kinds of club.
Dang.
Yeah, it was fun.
What's your sign?
Aries.
Okay. What day?
18th. April 18th.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah, so.
My husband's an Aries. I was like, you're either a Sagittarius, an Aries, or a Gemini. One of those.
Yeah.
First of all, you made like a rocket ship.
Oh, yeah, I made, so that was for a club. So what clubs do, I haven't built one for a club in a while, but when people order bottle service, it's like they want it to be an event.
Yeah.
So I built a rocket.
Damn well better be for $1,000 bottle of Blue Sky vodka.
Yeah. So I built like it was called the bottle rocket.
Yeah.
And a bottle girl would sit on it, and then like the bouncer guys would carry it like a coffin, but they'd carry it on their shoulders.
Yeah.
And it, it lit up and flashed lights, and then that's how the bottle would get delivered to the table.
What's the weirdest thing that you've made?
I mean, I haven't made anything like weird.
Okay, well, like I guess coolest then. I always go to weird.
Yeah,
'cause I'm weird. But.
I mean, I've built probably 4 studios for the Patriots. Like full on.
I saw those.
Those
were great.
I built a.
Don't judge my studio.
No, hey, it's they got money,
Exactly.
So, I built a caricature of Steve Aoki, like a head of his that they'd carry around.
And then did his team hire you for that, or
no? It's usually never it's never direct. There's usually like a marketing company that hires you. The Patriots is direct, but they don't really know what they're doing, so they're like, we need
out.
This. Well, they know how to film what they're filming, but they don't know
set design.
Yeah, well, because people don't know how stuff's built. They're just like, we need 3 different sections. We want to shoot like this, shoot like this, shoot like this, design us something, and then they're like, this looks great, and you build it.
Man, I should have asked you for some tips.
So, but yeah, I mean, I've built all kinds of weird. I wouldn't say weird, but just different things, that people. I mean, I built a chandelier out of jeans for a jeans store.
Do you have a picture of that?
I do. Yeah, I've got pictures.
Please, because I'm really curious. And are your customers like Massachusetts, or are they all over?
They're usually Massachusetts, but I've built a club and a restaurant in the Cayman Islands. I've done a store in the Caymans. Yeah, I've done stuff like this was for the Patriots, but like in Minnesota, I built a set for them in Minnesota.
Are you hiring?
It's a lot of people ask that. I remember years ago I ran an ad. I made like a video of just like showing a bunch of stuff that I built, and I ran an ad on Instagram, like thinking I would get more work, and all I got was like, "Are you hiring? Can I work for you?"
Yeah.
And it didn't go as I wanted to, but it's tough because it's such an up and down business that it's tough to stay steady. Like, I can build a job and make a good amount of money, and I can live off of that for a few months. So I'm not like. But if I had a team of people that I had to pay and worry about, it'd be a lot different, a lot more stressful.
Yeah, it's a lot easier working by yourself too.
Yeah. And I've just like the way I build stuff now is I design it so I can put it together, take it apart by myself, for the most part. So did
you go to school for like design or anything? Or
no, I went to high school and that's it. Yeah. And I just
have a knack for it.
Yeah. I think when I was doing the clubs and restaurants, it was all like lighting and sound, and it sort of got, cameras and TVs, and it was sort of boring. It was like, I'd run the wires and I'd hook the wires up, and there was no like thought to it really. And then I don't know if you know Tanya Nyack, she does like the Great Christmas Light Fight and Restaurant Impossible. I did a lot of work for her husband, who owns a lot of restaurants that I built, and I just was sort of planting the seed as like, hey, I can build this, I could build that. So then I just, I got hired to build something small and then bigger. And then I would just keep like bugging people. And then before you know it, I'm on Restaurant Impossible building stuff.
That's
I'm doing,
cool.
so.
You're so humble. You're like, I just make cool shit out in the woods or whatever at my shop.
Yeah. I mean, I've done a lot of cool stuff for a lot of, but I'm not like, I'm not on TV, like I don't have my own show, and
whatever.
I'm not, so I don't feel like I'm really. I mean, like you said, I'm just a normal person.
The people behind the scenes never get any credit.
For sure.
This is
that's how it works.
This is where you get to brag.
That's
right
how it
here.
works. Because you built, like I would build something, and then the stars of the show would like put the last nail in. And I'm the one who built that whole thing, but nobody knows that.
Yeah.
So it is true.
Do you get any credits on the end?
I don't even think you get credits. Yeah, I think, I just sign
with the set designer and they get the credit.
Yeah, and they're just, maybe, but even, like who looks at the credits,
Only the people in it.
Yeah. I mean, I was in it, I still didn't look, so, because I just know, I thought that maybe it would give me other opportunities, but I don't think it really does, because the way that it's shot, people don't.
Yeah, there's no branding.
There's no branding. Yeah. Nobody knows,
Yeah.
So.
I mean, you're in the people who need to know.
Yeah.
I guess, like the set designers and stuff. Have you worked on any movies at all?
I haven't done a movie. I just did a commercial for Home Depot. That was also in Minnesota, but I haven't done any movies. I'd love to do like, be on a movie set and do like, be in the art department and make stuff, but I haven't. I've never really ventured out into that yet. Everything I've done has been for commercial companies, one-off stuff, one shoot things or props or whatever. But yeah, I mean, if anybody needs any movie stuff done, I'll make you whatever.
Check out the show notes for the contact info.
yeah.
It's still crazy to me that you just like got into this the way you did, because don't you have like a CNC machine? Like and that's not like, you don't just read the manual.
Yeah, so
and learn that.
Well, so what's funny is I used to work for a kitchen company, and I ran their CNC.
Oh.
I didn't do that for years, and then I was sort of afraid to get back into it because like someone else would draw it. I would just run the program and cut out whatever they programmed. So like I knew that there was some programming aspect that I didn't do, so I was sort of afraid to do that, and it's a big investment.
Yeah.
But the first machine I bought, you buy the parts and you have to build it. So I went that route because I figured if I'm building this thing, if it breaks, I can fix it.
Yeah.
When I worked for that kitchen company, they would fly some guy from Germany to come, and I was like, I remember it was astronomical amount of money. So I did that first, and it worked out great. And then when I started my board game business, that got busy, and then that machine wasn't fast enough. So I spent a ridiculous amount of money on a big, fast one that was like they just drop it off, and I hook up the power. And so this new machine I have is just rips through material.
So you have more than one CNC machine.
Yes, and I also have like what's called a CO2 laser. That's basically the same thing as a CNC machine. It doesn't have a spinning, like what's called a spindle on it, but it has a laser that which is how I did that chandelier, that Gene one. I cut all the material with the laser.
So does it like burn the edges a little, or is it pretty clean?
It's really clean. It's all your feeds and speeds and power depends. You don't want it to burn, so you basically want it to move fast enough and have enough power that it just cuts it. If you're burning edges and you're going too slow or the power's too high, so you have to dial that in.
Yeah. And how long did you work at that kitchen place?
Geez, I don't know. I was probably 5 or 6 years. But
still, you were running the machine. You weren't doing design. You weren't doing programming. So to go from that to like, I don't think people need to underline, highlight, put this in all caps. That's not easy to do.
You just gotta want to do. I don't want to. Like I started off as a sander.
Yeah.
Like sanding like just going like this, like sanding countertops.
Yeah.
But I'm not like a good enough as kind of person.
Yeah, same.
So I'm just like, oh, what is this? How do I learn? And you want to make more money, do cooler stuff, and that's how I got. So I ran the CNC for probably only a couple of years.
Yeah.
Not the whole time, but I was also in high school. Like I would leave school and then I'd work there after high school.
Yeah.
And then once I don't even think I worked there when I got out of high school. I can't remember. I'm too old now.
I'm around the same age. So
yeah.
We're so young right now. It doesn't seem like it, but no. So your board game company, is it under the same name or is it another
It's called
name?
Modern Meeple.
Modern Meeple.
Yeah.
Okay. And you make trays?
Yeah, I make I invented this like organization system that it's basically hex trays that they sit on like a spinning base. It doesn't have to live in there, but that's the main like design of it. I make a bigger and a larger one, but it's designed to like go in the center of the table. Mm-hmm. You put all the resources in it, which a lot of games have, like different items
health and shit.
Yeah, whatever. And it spins, so like you can grab your pieces over there, I can grab mine, instead of what happens usually is people are standing up, grabbing, or you have a resource banker that hands you the stuff.
I need to order one because I'm in a big board game house.
I'll send you some. I'll send you. I got thousands of them.
Because they that would be, because you have that shit all over the table.
Yes.
And you're just trying to have fun. It's so messy. I can't.
Yeah.
And you're trying to learn the rules. What's this thing? It's like having it organized. Yeah. Great. So when did you get the idea for that? Do you play board games?
I do now.
Oh.
I didn't know. So it's funny, the kitchen company I used to work for, my buddy Leland, I've been friends with him for years, and we hang out here and there. And he was like, I have a board game group. You should come over and play some games. I think you'd like it. So, mind you, I've known this man for 25 years, and he's never mentioned board games.
Didn't want to tell you. He was waiting for the right time.
I guess. Yeah, he was gatekeeping.
Yeah.
So he brought a game over just to like get me to introduce me to like board games, and it took like 10 hours to play this game. It was too much too soon. So my friends didn't like it, but I appreciated. To me, I was like, how did somebody think of all these like rules, and if you do this, it does that, and I appreciate that. So they do a thing called LeoCon, which it's in Leominster, and they put those like a convention in Leominster together.
Wait, Mass? Not Pennsylvania.
No,
because there's one in Pennsylvania too, right? That's like a board game convention. It's like PAX.
There's PAX Unplugged. Yeah, I was there.
Okay.
I've been doing that one for a few years. This is just a friends thing.
Oh, okay.
And so there's like, I don't know, 15 of us that play. So I've never, again, I didn't know what board games were. Yeah, I knew Monopoly and whatever, but I didn't know like how crazy it gets.
Yeah.
So I walked in Richard's house, and he has like a split ranch, and all his stuff's downstairs. And I walked down the stairs, and I was just like, what? I mean, he's got there's games everywhere.
Yeah.
Calyxes that wrap the wall. He's got figures and all kinds of stuff. And then I played Quacks of Quedlinburg. I don't know if you've ever played that.
No. What the hell is that?
So that's
I thought I knew all about board games.
So you're like witches. You're making potions, and you're collecting. You have like a pot in front of you. Everyone has like their own board in front of them, and it's just like a big pot that spirals, and you're getting points, and you're buying ingredients.
Yeah.
So they're all the colors of the rainbow. Mm-hmm. And you put these in your bag, and you're blind taking them out, and there's white ones. So you're putting them in, and you're trying to make the spiral as long as you can.
I want to get this game.
Yeah, it's a great gateway game. It's easy to teach. It's just risk reward. You're just pulling out of the, and you can pull as many as you want, but as soon as you get 2 white ones, your cauldron boils over, then you get no points for that thing. So that's what it is. Now like I said, there's ingredients. There's red, yellow, orange, all the colors of the rainbow ingredients, and there's a little card, and they all do something different. So the red one maybe lets you skip a space. The black one says like if you have a blue ingredient behind it, you get 2 extra points. So they all do something different. And I was playing that game with them, and they were all over the table, and somebody's like taking their phone and taking pictures of the thing. What's this do? Can you pass me that? And I was like, don't you guys have something that like spins and we can just grab this stuff? Because I just wanted to play the game.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, you should make something. And that's how I came up with the Gamey Susan, and it just shoot from there, like took off. And
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's how
Is it patented?
It's designed. It's not utility, because the hexes are already, but the design of it is. But people still copy.
Yeah,
and it's just the 3D print world. They just don't care. They copy everybody.
And yours is wood.
Yeah, mine's wood. It's not 3D. It's all machined. We're the only ones that have this material. So like in the end of the day, like if you want plastic stuff, it's just a different. So, it's more luxury. So it is what it is. But we do that, and I have other stuff, dice trollers, and I have a bag that I'm coming out with.
Oh, let's see it. You have it. I want to see.
So this is the bag.
Sorry, audio listeners. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so it holds a play mat. You can put a water bottle in here. It's designed for like smaller games. I like Japanese like games, and they make them all small, and they use every inch of the box and whatever.
Oh, interesting.
But that's what it's for. And it can hold whatever. I got little games in here from like Galen's Games. I've got Oink makes small games. And
that's cool.
It's just a great bag. It's waterproof. All the zippers are waterproof. I got like Button Shy. They make these little wallet games, if you know Button Shy.
No.
But that's what this is designed for. There's a lot of companies that make...
it's for Magic.
You can do, your deck boxes fit in here. Yeah, Magic. You can, this extends, so you could roll up a hoodie in here if you get hot and cinch it down. There's a lot of different This is magnet, so you don't have to go put this over your shoulder every time. You can just pull this, and this magnet's back on, so you don't have to always go like this. You just pull the
Can you
tab.
outsource this?
Yeah, so everything I have now, I make it at my shop. This I didn't make. I had a gentleman in the Philippines made me about 30 of these.
Yeah.
So he depending on how well these do, he's like, I can make you
Small
50
batches.
yeah, he's like, but I can't do thousands of.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to figure out. I'm gonna have to go to China or something, or Philippines, or I'm trying to talk with him. I'd like to keep it with him.
Yeah.
You know, but he's like, I've tried to hire people, but you're not gonna get the quality if I don't do it. So it's one of those. That's what I'm trying to figure out now. But it depends on the demand. So I'm gonna do like a crowdfunding campaign for it, and how many people order is gonna tell me. Do I go to him and have him make them, or do I, try to outsource it and make thousands of them? So that's where I'm at with this, because there's a lot of companies that make big bags that are huge, and I think they're ridiculous, and there's no thought process. They're just like, let's make a square box with zippers and handles on it. So again, this is more of a premium product. The materials are much better, the zippers are better. So. That's where I'm at with that.
Are you going to PAX East?
I've done PAX East for a few years. I feel like it's really expensive.
Yeah. To get a booth, or hold on.
Yeah.
Let me open this.
A booth so PAX Unplugged is half the cost of what PAX East is, and PAX Unplugged is 100% board games.
Yeah.
PAX East is 90% video games and 10% board games, but they charge you twice as much money because they're like, oh, well, this many more people go. But it's like most of them don't care about the board game stuff.
Yeah.
And the first year I went there, I didn't do very well. The second year I crushed it. Last year, I didn't do well at all. But I think it's dying. I feel like that convention's dying because like Nintendo's not going anymore. Sony's not going anymore. So, I mean, I remember the booths. Like, you've been to PAX East before?
No.
No. Okay. So,
I've been to Gamescom.
Oh,
and so I'm pretty sure PAX East, any PAX would probably not be the same.
Yeah. I mean, it's big, but like you couldn't see wall to wall the convention because these big companies here, the booths were so large.
Yeah.
Now you can see straight across. They're just not showing up. I just don't think the draw, and it's expensive, for the, it's people want a 3 or 4 day pass or whatever, how long it is. It's, it's a few $100s and it's in Boston.
Yeah.
So I'm waffling if I'm going to be there or not.
I was thinking about going I haven't been to a PAX before.
Are you more of a board gamer or a video gamer?
I like everything.
Yeah. I mean, if you like video games, like...
Yeah, I play the shit out of it.
Yeah, there's a lot of indie games there, companies now, so I mean, it's cool. But you don't need, like for me, like you don't need a multi-day pass to go through it.
No.
So,
I couldn't do that.
Yeah,
like
some people
I can't do anything for that many days. Like what are you working on right now? Anything secret? I guess maybe.
I don't really have any like the bag right now is the big thing. I'm just working on like the marketing and getting it out there and getting people to sign up for the email list to get notified of when the crowdfunding will start. But I've been working on this for a year. Like last year I flew all over the United States. I was meeting with board gamers, showing them the bag. I was recording their reactions. So I did a video about that. I'm just starting to figure out the problem is I'm by myself.
Yeah.
So like,
and they'll just take it, Yeah. Nice idea. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah. Like I get, like I've already a couple board game people. They're like, so and so is gonna copy you immediately, and I'm like, I know that. That's if you come with a good idea, everyone copies everything you do. It's just, which is sad because I could never just rip someone off and be like, like I did this,
Same. That's why I'll never probably be a millionaire. But
no, you just gotta think of stuff, and my mind is always thinking like, how can I make this better or whatever, so and and I'm going to Gamma this year.
What is that?
So Gamma is it's a convention for people that are in the space, like as publishers, game store owners. Like Barnes and Noble will be there, Target, and you bring your stuff to get into retail.
Ooh.
So people, Barnes and Noble would be like, I want 20,000 of these, whatever, stuff like that.
There just to see what's going on.
Yeah.
Where's it at?
It's in Louisville, Kentucky.
Okay.
So that'll be, exciting. Hopefully I can, because right now I just do direct to customer with that.
And you still have stock if somebody wanted to DM you and buy it.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, I run parts every day.
Also, let's talk about your Instagram because you said it got taken over by an OF model.
Yeah. So
it got hacked.
Yeah, it got hacked. So my social media for the innovative stuff is We Create Cool Things. So my website is wecreatecoolthings.com. My TikTok, my Instagram is all We Create Cool Things. And I was able to get that name back because they changed the name, which was only the only silver lining in that is that I could get that back. But they just want, I had, I don't know, probably 15,000 subscribers. I've been doing it for 15 years, so.
It sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, and I know how it happened. Like,
and how awkward, like people reaching out to you, like,
people
and
messaging
me.
Yeah, and I was trying to change. Like, I would change the password, and then I would get in, and then Then I couldn't get in. So they were seeing everything I was doing, and then they finally made the email. Like when you say like forgot password, they changed the email, and then they changed the phone number. And then I completely lost. Like I was chasing it for days. Like I'm like I don't understand how they can see everything I'm doing. So now I only got like 3 followers and 10 pictures on but my TikTok, I got like 16,000 on my TikTok, which is
that's good.
Has a lot of stuff in it. My TikTok has more of like I sort of show me making stuff, like the process. Or whatever.
And plus, I've bought personally from indie game publishers direct, so I feel like that's a better place for you to sell stuff anyway. Like.
Yeah, for the Modern Meeple stuff, right now it's all direct to customer. So I still have all that. I did lose my Discord because it was the same email that I had for the Modern Meeple, but I didn't really use it. So I'm not really, if they took like my TikTok and Instagram, I'd be super, but now I've like triple authenticated everything and made, so if no one can really steal
I got to do that. Not that anybody's going to steal mine.
I didn't think anybody would be like, who's going to take my stuff, but they don't care. They want someone that already has followers, and now they're pushing. They got free 15,000
I don't have very many,
followers.
so it's cool. So yeah, in the show notes there'll be all your contact information, so where people can buy the board game stuff, and also
if you need something made.
Yeah, and what if people want to buy a CD?
I haven't DJed in so long. Yeah, like I haven't. I mean, I've got a box of them somewhere.
Throw one in with the bag if somebody buys one.
yeah. They're like,
Prize.
What is this?
They don't even have a CD player.
Yeah,
I'm the only motherfucker that has one.
I have. I'll send you one. My buddy Lewis, he tries to get me back into DJing all the time.
Did you have fun doing it?
I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that's what like was going to be my lifetime thing.
Yeah.
But I think the problem at the time, and I didn't I was so focused on the skill of it. I didn't realize that I had to have sort of like a shtick, like Stevie Aoki's got the cakes, and Daft Punk has the mask, and Deadmau5 has his. I was just me, and I didn't realize that.
But how ridiculous is that you need something? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Even like, I like this DJ Rez. She has these spiral, like, light up glasses, and it's just like, you gotta have a fucking thing, I guess.
Yeah, that's it. You have to. Yeah, and I just wanted to be good, and I was very good at it. But
you ever just want to go to a club and walk up there and just turn it out and leave?
I haven't been to a club in so long.
No, I wouldn't even. I can't.
I just never like. I didn't like the clubs. Like I didn't get caught up in the scene of it.
Yeah.
I don't like people being around me, so I loved being in the booth and like
Yeah.
seeing it all and like watching it all, but I didn't.
That's probably the best place in the club.
Yeah, I thought it was. I mean,
Yeah.
to me, it was. I loved it.
I mean, I lived in Vegas for a while, so I can't say I didn't get caught up in the club scene, but not now. You couldn't catch me in the club now. I'm too lazy. Unless I'm overseas. That's different. I feel like that's a pass. Like I went to some clubs in Tokyo not that long. Well, it's been within this decade. But even still, I was like, eh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need a chair.
Yeah. It's different when you get older.
I just want to look around. I'm more of like checking out who's there, what are they doing.
Yeah, I'm like, what lighting do they have? What are they using for speakers? Like, I just like analyze everything. So I never really enjoy, being there and just living in the moment. So I'm always looking.
Plus, what if the DJ sucks? You probably just want.
Oh, I've been planning, and I'm like, how'd this guy get here? Yeah, and I'm like, this guy couldn't mix, stinking 2 cups of water together, and it's just, yeah.
So what's the difference? I watch a lot of TV, and there's always somebody with a DJ, and they just have a laptop, and they're not really doing anything. They have the turntables. Are they like DJing? Are they pre-mixing?
So it depends on the DJ. Like a lot of DJs nowadays have what's called a set, and it's everything's predetermined.
That's boring.
Yeah, super boring. That's the thing. I never had a set. I did everything live again because I was just so focused on like the art of it.
Yeah. I just feel like it's boring if you've already got it. Like I think Grimes, when she fucked her shit up not that long ago, it was like viral.
Yeah.
And if you're not doing it live, what the fuck am I paying to see you for?
Yeah, well, I think it comes down to like when I build something, the customer doesn't know how I built it or I got there. They just care about the end result.
Yeah.
So I feel like, people going to clubs, they don't care how they get it to sound like that. They just,
I guess.
So it's just a different, but I would be boring. Like I couldn't, if I was the DJ, it would be boring to me. Like I never did weddings. People asked me to do weddings. They asked me to do stuff. Like if I wasn't having fun, like I didn't want to do it. Yeah. So like didn't understand like having a set. Like it would just be boring. It's the same thing over and over again. Like you don't get better. You don't like learn new things like that. I would discover like, I'm like, oh, I could mix this together because I blended 2 songs or did something that I didn't think of, but it sounded really good at the time. So then I would like, work on that mix or those 2 things together. And, I used to DJ and I got DJ for Puma for years. And I would use the in-store where I was DJing to like label all my stuff and try new things and whatever. And then when I went to the club, like I'd be ready to just bang out some crazy stuff.
Yeah. Do you have any of that equipment to like just play with at home?
I do. I have. So the shop I had in Millbury, I built that place out. And I actually built a DJ booth. And I have had a wall. It was 18 subwoofers and speakers, and I had lights in there.
Your neighborhood, hate to see you coming.
Yeah, but it was fun. Like actually, people used to come in.
Oh, that's cool.
And be like, I didn't know there was a club in here. And I was like, it's not. I'm just vibing with myself, just playing stuff, But in the shop I have now, it's it's completely different. It's not layered and so I haven't. Again, my buddy Lewis is like, you gotta
just even if you have fun doing it. But what do you do now for fun?
Nothing. I work my life away trying to get to.
But you're an Aries, and you like.
I do like.
There's a level of I need to figure this out, or I can't rest.
Yeah,
type of thing.
Yeah, like I want to. Like my goal is to, I have a daughter. She's 2, and like I want to homeschool her and like spend as much time as I can with her. So like my ultimate goal is to, I'd love to make this company big enough where another like a big like an Asmodee or something is like, we want to buy you out. Here's X amount of dollars, and I'm like, I'm out.
Yeah,
and I can just live happily ever after, so to speak. So I mean, that's currently what I'm doing now, and some jobs, I'll make. Like I have a game store in Texas that wants me to build out their game store. So I'm talking with them. So I'll build a game store. I'll continue to make the meeple stuff. And then like, I don't know, KFC will be like, oh, we want this big chicken tender thing, and I'll build that, So I'm sort of bouncing back and forth between the 2. But like, I have few motorcycles. I love riding motorcycles. I have four-wheelers, like anything with a motor on it.
So you're out in the country riding four-wheelers.
Not as much as I used to, but yeah, I used to all the time. Like I would just, on a random Tuesday, take the trailer and go to New Hampshire and rip around. I just don't have as much time as I used to.
Yeah, having a daughter.
Yeah. I love playing pickleball. Like pickleball's my...
Oh, no.
Yeah. So fun.
I don't know about you now.
No.
I like pickleball.
Yeah, I love pickleball.
Do you have your own shoes and bag and racket? Like you have a whole like outfit and...
I have several outfits, yeah. 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 I don't play as much as I used to. I played a lot. I got introduced to it. So I have two girls. I lost my first daughter, Ava, and then my Jared at the time was like, "Hey, you should play pickleball, get you out of the house or whatever." Yeah. And I was like, "Oh, what is that?" I didn't know. And I remember the first time I played, I broke my rib because I was just...
Everybody said, like the doctors say, like it has been the number one cause of injuries. It's been pickleball.
Yeah, because I was just a try hard, and I was just I didn't I don't understand the game, and I was just running, and I like just stumbled over my feet, and I like land like the paddles are hard, and
yeah,
I was
they
sticking
are.
up like this, and I broke my rib.
Fuck pickleball. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I loved it because at the time like.
No, it was necessary.
I got my mind off of it, and then but I was like sweating to death and out of breath. Yeah. And I was getting exercise but didn't feel like it.
Yeah.
So like, I have like a small gym at home.
No, I think it's funny because people would harass the shit out of me about playing pickleball. Yeah. And once somebody wants me to do something, I just have this aversion of like, no, I'm not doing it.
Yeah. But it's fun. I mean, I love it. And again, I used to play every day. Now I play, once a month if I'm lucky.
What about board games?
Board games, it's sporadic. Again, I don't have time for much of anything nowadays, but my friends do like Fridays, they do game nights. Dick, whose house I went over, who has like the Leocons, he does like a Leocon twice a year.
And those are just his friends?
Yeah, but it gets like he has 3 tables in the main room. Then he has a side room which he has another table, and then he has 2 more upstairs, and they'll all be running with people playing on them.
That's cool. Yeah. Same game, different games.
All different games. Yeah. Everyone sort of picks because everyone ends a little times different. Sometimes he's like, all right, hey, I'm playing, I don't know, seesaw and paper. Who wants to play? Or people like, I'll do that. And he sort of gets groups who are interested in games to play,
That's cool.
Pre-sign up, so to speak.
That's a good idea if people want something to, I don't know, start to do and they don't really know how to get people to get together. Board games are so easy to convince people to come over. Board games and pizza or whatever.
I don't think I have friends and I'm like, oh, you want to play a game? And they're like so uninterested, but I think the majority of people who haven't played board games were like me. Like you think it's Monopoly, telestrations and a deck of cards to play, poker. Like I didn't realize there's for any interest that you have, whether it's cars or cats or dragons or there's a game or several games that have to do with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if people need recommendations, just shoot me a message at Modern Meatball. I'll be like, hey, what do you like? And I'm like, you should try this game, and start small because it's very easy to play a game that's very intimidating, and it's so much. There's a game called Blood on the Clock Tower, which is a social deduction game co-op, and I hate it because you have to lie to. Oh yeah,
there's one like wolves.
Yes, very similar. Yeah, I know exactly.
I don't like doing that either.
Yeah, that's a dumbed down version of Blood on the Clock Tower. Yeah.
Oh, so Blood on a Clock Tower is complicated.
Yeah, you have someone has to run it. And it's
Yeah.
You want a lot of people because there's a lot of characters and
Yeah.
and you have to, there's a lot to follow. The Wolves one you're talking about is not as complicated.
Yeah, and it's boring. I was just like, if you have like 40 people maybe, but like with the 40 people trying to, it's like herding cats. Nobody's going to want to do that.
Yeah.
I'm not convinced that game's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't, people love Blood on the Clock Tower. I just don't like lying to my friend.
I know, I can't.
Yeah, it's just weird. It just makes you feel weird. That's why I don't like it. But a lot of people love it.
Like you win if you're a good liar.
Yeah.
Like why is that good?
Exactly. That's how it is. That's the game. That's it.
It does feel weird.
Yeah. And some people love it. Like I have friends that wouldn't lie to anybody, but it gives them the opportunity to be someone they're not, you know. Yeah. So you know, it's to each their own.
Did you ever play Dungeons and Dragons, or that's where you draw the line?
No, I would. So I'd love to play that game. I've never played it, but I have, like, my buddy Leland. He plays every Tuesday with a group of friends. I'm like, I just want to come over and see how it's. He's like, oh, people would feel comfortable. Like, I was like, do I have to get beat in? Is this like a gang? Like, I just want to like see.
It's so true. People are so precious about their like campaigns.
Yeah, but I've never played. I'd like to try it, but I've never done it.
I guess if I was like in the middle of it, like, and that's my crew, it would be weird if somebody was like in the background.
Yeah. But they're all the same people that we play games with. It's not like
I know, but D&D, you're playing some new character. You never know. You might see people differently.
Yeah. But never played it.
Yeah, I've never played it either. Just because I'm like, if I'm in just regular clothes, like, should we? I don't know. Do I need a suit of armor? Because I feel like I wouldn't really believe what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
And I want to believe it. Is it immersive? Because I don't know. Maybe I'm just old and I've seen too much.
Yeah.
Nothing really gets me going.
Yeah, man. You need to like really be full into it. Yeah. I have no opinion on it because I've never played it, so I wouldn't know like what level of.
I get jealous of the people that have like their whole basement is like a tavern, you know, and that's like their D&D. I need to find somebody that's done that. Well, you can build one.
I can build it. Yeah, sure. I'll make it as tavernous as you want it.
Maybe I need to get you to build a tavern in my basement. Yeah. For $96,000.
Yeah.
It's going to be dangerous knowing that I know somebody that can make anything I can think of pretty much.
Yeah.
But I'm broke, so. Just to know that going in.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you want to promote?
If there's any companies that need, you know, from mobile marketing to, you know, hard builds or trade show booths or.
What about events, like temporary stuff?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. They stopped last year, but I did for REI. I would set up that was through a company called 8 Stratton. Again, it's usually never the company that hires you. It's always like a event coordinator or marketing company that would hire me. I would do, they're called activations.
Okay.
And I would do activations for REI or I'm trying to think of other companies I've done it for. I've done like Grey Goose, Effin' Vodka. If you can't buy it in the store, like that's what they come to me and I build it. You know, that's the niche I'm in.
That's exciting.
Yeah. So.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's WeCreateCoolThings.com, info@WeCreateCoolThings if you need something. Yeah, that's it. All my social media for Modern Meeple is @ModernMeeple, you know, TikTok, Instagram, Blue Sky, all that, Facebook. And then for the We Create Cool Things is, again, WeCreateCoolThings.com. My Instagram, TikTok is all We Create Cool Things, so you can see stuff I've made. Almost everything I build, like I've never done it. You know, I've made something similar, but the whole point of why a company would come to me is because nobody else has it.
Yeah.
And that's something that's
a really good niche to be in.
Yeah. It's finding the work is the most difficult because there's no, you know, if I was a wedding photographer, I would go to a wedding trade show and have a little booth and advertise my photography.
Yeah, exactly. Where do the people that make the booths go?
Exactly. That's the thing. It doesn't exist. So it's you know, I'm just sort of known, and I've been fortunate enough with the phone rings and people call me because, you know, so and so said you could do XYZ. I don't think people, they don't think of having stuff custom made because they just don't think there's people out there that do that, you know? So.
Curtain fell off. It's fine. Janky. Welcome to my janky studio. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Now for the update on Modern Meeple's backer kit for the everyday gaming bag. They raised nearly $200,000 with just a $15K ask. So go check the show notes on where to find out more and congratulate your fellow New Englander on their success. Until next time, bye.